This is Virendra Kumar. I am your biology teacher. In previous class, you have learned about microorganisms. What exactly mean by microorganisms? Microorganisms in the sense micro means very small or tiniest. Organisms in the sense living things. Microorganisms in the sense the organisms which are very small in size. So when they are very small in size, how do we see them or how can we see them? We can see them with the help of a microscope. A microscope is a device that multiplies the size of the particular organism and it shows to us. Nowadays, a powerful microscope which is known as electron microscope also is prepared by the scientists so that we are able to see the smallest organelles which are present in the cell also. So let us start about the microorganisms first. As we have discussed in earlier class, microorganisms are friendly and harmful also. So mainly, first of all, we need to discuss about friendly microbes. Microbes are friendly because in every day-to-day life we are using them. Isn't it, children? Yes. For example, to setting like milk to setting curd, we need microorganisms. And the name of the particular microorganism is nothing but lactobacillus. What is that? Lactobacillus. This lactobacillus microbe is one of the type of bacteria. And this bacteria enable or changes milk into curd. And do you use curd? Yes. Not only in settling curd, children, in bakeries we like to eat cakes, and in preparation of these cakes a particular microbe is useful. Do you know what is that? Yes, yeast. That is nothing but yeast. Yeast is one of the type of fungus which is useful in preparation of cakes. After this, we need to discuss about the microbes, useful microbes in commercial levels.
Microbes such as yeast are being used in baking industry to prepare cakes and buns, children. And of course, these microbes such as yeast are being used in preparation of alcohol from so long days. Of course, alcohol is injurious to health.
Our ancient people are using these microbes years before us. Let us take a look on them.
Children, microorganisms help in various ways. Especially, they convert the sugars into ethanol. And especially the yeast, it converts the sugars into ethanol in the process of fermentation. What is the name of the process? Fermentation. And people from ancient days onwards, they know about the usage of these microbes, so that they use these yeast to make the particular fermentation process. From that, they used to get alcohol. Is it good for alcohol consumption? Never. In such a way, the process of this fermentation is followed by the all other areas also. And this process of fermentation is known by the people of ancient, and they use this yeast. Yeast is a fungus, you know very well. Earlier days, people use different techniques for their fermentations, and of course, such type of liquids are prepared by themselves. And the process of this fermentation is passed to various places also. And of course, some doctors, they give this particular liquid as a medicine to some extent. You know very well that is distillation. And the process of making this is forwarded to various areas. By the traders. Now, do you believe this? From ancient days onwards, these microbes are using?
Have you seen these our videos? Right. Now would you agree that microbes are used by the people from so long years onwards? Next, these microbes also can be used to kill other type of microbes. Some microbes are useful to kill other type of microbes. Do you believe this? Yes. If you don't believe, let me clarify your doubt. Some type of microbes such as fungus, for example, fungus. In fungus, a particular name, a particular species of fungus, example, Penicillium notatum. This Penicillium notatum was discovered by Alexander Fleming. Unfortunately, when he was in his bacteria culture, he found that some of the bacteria were killed by the particular organism, and he found that surprising thing, and he noticed that a blue color powdery-like structure completely killing the particular bacteria, and he noticed that that is nothing but one of the fungus called Penicillium notatum. And from there onwards, this penicillium is prepared by the Alexander Fleming. And you know the usage of a penicillin. In Second World War, most of the people were saved by this penicillin. Microbes helps in increasing the soil fertility. How is this possible?
Microbes and soil fertility. You know very well that in soil there are certain kinds of minerals which are very helpful for plant growth, and those minerals are phosphorus, magnesium, potassium and calcium. And of course children, nitrogen is also one of the most important mineral for the plants to make their proteins. But this nitrogen is gaseous state in atmosphere, and this gaseous state is not useful for the plants, so that this particular gaseous state of nitrogen has to be converted into soluble salts, and that work will be done by the microorganisms. Especially from the dead organic matter onwards, this complex nitrogen will be converted into simple nitrogen, and it will be given to the plants. and of course with the help of bacteria. See, these are the bacteria that help in nitrification. Nitrogen fixation is nothing but the gaseous state of nitrogen will be converted into soluble nitrates, and of course nitrogen is abundant in atmosphere, nearly 78%. Firstly, this gaseous state of nitrogen will be converted into the soluble salts by the help of microorganisms, and this nitrogen will be taken up then by the plants, and this total portion is known as nitrogen cycle also, you know very well. And there are some of the examples that help in nitrogen fixation and algae also.
And of course, not only these, microbes are useful in many areas, you know very well. Okay, let us take a look on harmful microbes also, children. First of all, these microbes, they cause diseases. What is that? Microbes cause diseases. So, the microbes that cause diseases are called pathogens. What are those? Pathogens. So, pathogens are nothing but disease causing microbes are called as pathogens. When we are talking about pathogens, we have to discuss about some terms, children. Let us discuss all those. One is parasite, vectors, and host. Parasites. Parasites are nothing but the microbes which cause diseases. And these parasites will be carried by some other organisms. And those other organisms are called as vectors also. These vectors, they do a job nothing but they carry these microbes from one person to another person. Host is nothing but the organisms that provide food and shelter to the parasite. For example, in case of malaria, malaria is a disease. In malaria, the plasmodium is a parasite, female anopheles mosquito is a vector, and human being is nothing but host. Did you clear? Very good. Other harmful effects from the microbe is nothing but they spoil food. Food poisoning will be done by these microbes. And now today we have to discuss about the types of microbes. What types of microbes? There are certain types of microbes are present on the earth, and of course these microbes are present everywhere, which means in air, water, soil, hot water lakes, acidic media, and so on. What not, wherever it may be, wherever the favorable conditions are there, in all those places these microbes are present. These microbes are categorized into different types, and they are bacteria, fungi, algae, and protozoa. Let us take a deep look on this. Shall we start? Very good. First of all, bacteria. Bacteria comes in first category of microbes. Let us take a look on bacteria. Bacteria is a plural word. The singular word of this bacteria is bacterium. Bacteria comes under it prokaryotes. Why? Because in bacteria there is no defined nucleus. Well-defined nucleus is absent in bacteria. And bacteria were in existence as long as 3.5 billion years ago. What is that, children? 3.5 billion years ago. So it is in your imagination how long years onwards this bacteria is being on the earth. The different shapes of bacteria are rod shape, spiral, comma, spherical, and so on. These bacteria are able to live in whatever the condition it may be. They are able to live in very cold climatical conditions, very hot climatical conditions. Even they are able to live in volcanic vents, super salty pools, acidic medium, and so on. These bacteria are able to move with the help of small locomotory organs like the flagella or sepia. Now come to the bacterial structure. As we know that bacteria are different shapes, there will be a common structure we can expect. We can expect a common structure in bacteria. Each and every bacteria, maximum each and every bacteria, they consist a double layer cell wall. A double layer cell wall. In addition to this cell wall, in some bacteria they possess a protective shield around the cell wall, which is known as capsule. And this capsule help the bacteria to protect themselves from the host organisms onwards or different climatical conditions onwards. Inside the cell, there is a jelly substance called cytoplasm, and there are no membrane-bound organelles are present in bacteria. Only the nucleus is present, which is commonly either RNA or DNA. RNA in the sense ribonucleic acid, and DNA in the sense deoxyribonucleic acid. These nucleic acids are present as a nucleic material. There is no dense nucleus is present in bacteria, so that these bacteria are called as prokaryote cells. Shall we move to the next category? The second category in microbes are nothing but fungus. What are those? Fungus. Children, these fungus are multicellular organisms and they possess a well-defined nucleus, so that they are eukaryotes. Eukaryotes are those organisms in which we can expect a well-defined nucleus is to be present. Fungus is a singular word, and for that a plural word is nothing but fungi. What is that? Fungi. Now take a look on fungus. In fungus, we can expect mainly two morphological stages. One is vegetative stage and the second one is reproductive stage. In vegetative stage, we can expect the thread-like structures to form from the fungus onwards, and they are known as hyphae. What are those? Hyphae. The second stage, nothing but the reproductive stage. In the reproductive stage, these fungus are able to produce spores. So through the spores, they are able to produce new fungus. Like bacteria, these fungus also are able to live in different climatical conditions also. And there are certain types of fungus are there. Examples: yeast, molds, smuts, yeast, molds, and etc. Of course, mushroom also is a kind of fungus which we eat. Protozoans are the single cellular organisms. Protozoans are nothing but a single cellular organism. In these single cellular organisms, we can expect every organelle is present, every organelle to present. Better example for this protozoans are nothing but amoeba and plasmodium. Amoeba is not a harmful microbe. Plasmodium is a harmful microbe. Why? Because this plasmodium causes malaria, you know very well. Amoeba, it doesn't cause any diseases. The amoeba lives of its own. And in protozoans, we can expect a cell membrane to be around the cell and a dense nucleus, cytoplasm. And in amoeba especially, we can expect a pseudopodia, which is known as a false feet and fruit vacuole. So because of all these organelles are present, because of all these organelles, this amoeba is able to survive of its own. This amoeba is able to survive of its own individually. After that, algae. Algae are nothing but eukaryotic organisms in which we can expect nucleus. And in most of the algae, chlorophyll is present. So that because of the presence of chlorophyll, these algae are able to conduct photosynthesis so that they prepare their own food. So we can call these algae as autotrophs. What is meant by autotroph? And these algae, they live in colonies or else individual also. Example for these algae are Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra, and so on. Let us see a small video on different types of microbes. Okay, seeing this.
There are certain types of bacteria are their children. In them, first one, bacteria. These bacteria are prokaryotic cells and they move with the help of flagellae. In the structure of bacteria, it possesses a complete two-layer cell wall, and in addition to that, capsule is present for those bacteria that causes diseases. Different types of bacteria and their shape are as follows: rod, comma, spiral, sphere, and etc. And now come about fungus. These fungus are the second category. One of the important thing is about this penicillium, and this penicillium was discovered by Alexander Fleming. From this, penicillin was extracted and is used as antibiotics. After that, protozoans. These protozoans are unicellular and eukaryotic cells, which means they possess a true nucleus, and in them, what is present? Yes. Better example for this is amoeba. After protozoans, the place is about for algae. In algae, chlorophyll is present. Because of this chlorophyll, these algae are known as autotrophs. Example for this, Chlamydomonas, and it is a Spirogyra.
What we have learned in the lesson, we have to take a look in our summary. We have discussed about different types of microbes. Microbes are categorized into four. They are bacteria, fungus, protozoan, and algae. Viruses also are one of the most dangerous microbes in life. But we did not include that microbe virus in these four categories. Why? Because mostly the virus is able to survive whenever the host is available. In fact, this virus is capable of living when host cell is present. It is able to live, or able to reproduce, or able to do whatever it may be whenever the host cell is present. Till then, this virus will be as crystals. And these viruses are very dangerous. Why? Because even a bacteria also can be attacked by the virus. How surprising! Some viral diseases are common cold, flu, AIDS, swine flu, chickenpox. Of course, now it is the time to home task journey. Okay, children. I hope you have seen the video carefully, completely. I think you have understand. If you have any doubts, we will clarify the all doubts in our Zoom sessions.